All right, it's Freestyle Friday for Friday, August 27th of 2021, the final Friday of this month. And it's Chauncey, your host here with Brandy. Hey Brandy, how's it going, boss?
I'm doing good, Chance. How you doing?
I'm good. Now, Brandy, you know I've been moving and all other kinds of stuff, but here I am.
Look at
You
you.
can't keep me down.
Nope,
No.
can't
Now,
do it.
there are certain things
Mm.
that can keep all of us down, though. So let's just dive into our three topics. The first is everyone's favorite part of New York City is Times Square. You know, all of the people hustling and bustling. It's loud, it's hard to move, it stinks. Everybody loves it. You know, they must because when they come to visit New York City, they go there. Now, of course, I'm being sarcastic. Now, as someone who was a New Yorker for over 2 decades, Times Square is the place you avoid unless you're going to a Broadway show. Like, really? And
For
even
real.
then, you're like, okay, how do I plan my way through to this show? Like, exactly where do I get out of the Uber or the subway? Which exit? You know, these are the things you have to think about.
Yes.
And like during the day, once I had to Brandy when I was an actor trying to go to auditions, had to walk through.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, so after that,
Yeah.
you know, I'm glad I got that off of my chest.
Yes.
Let me talk about.
Times Square trauma is real, people. If you live here,
Is it?
yes.
Do you have a Times Square story, Brandy?
Do I have a Times Square story? I mean, mine would probably be when I was working on this project in the Viacom building, which is like smack dead in the middle of Times Square. So I would yeah, it was really annoying. So I would,
Love the
you can,
Viacom building though, but
the building's amazing, but getting
yeah,
there,
getting there.
it's like,
Once you get to those escalators going up, you're like, whoop.
yay! And it was like I don't know what day it was. It was either like on a Thursday or a Friday. It was a really bad day of the week to be in Times Square. I know it was horrible, but I would kind of, I don't know, downtime. I don't know what that is in Times Square, but maybe like in between like 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock when there was a little lull. I found this little cafe like right around the corner from it, that I would just kind of sit in and just get myself together to just kind of scurry around the corner. So that was a strategy that I created to just manage that experience because it was
Scurry
crazy.
around the corner. I mean,
Yes. Quickly.
now, speaking of scurrying or not, maybe everyone will now have a new reason to go to Times Square, tourists and locals alike, because there is a Ferris wheel. What? At
Yeah.
Times Square? The
I don't
horror.
I don't know why. I don't know why they would why would you put anything else in the middle of Times Square to make it more challenging to
Another line,
navigate? Yes.
and it's taking up a whole block.
A whole block.
Now, here's the kicker though, the cost, it's $15 for a ride if you're a kid 10 and under, $20 for everyone else, and if you want the little skip the line privilege, 40 smackaroonies to get on a Ferris wheel in Times Square. Now, right now, the whole push is to get people back into New York City, especially in Times Square. The theater industry is really trying to make a push for that. Come on back. You know, De Blasio is doing this thing to stop it. I will say it that way. He's trying to stop it. This revitalization. Uh, anyway, so you know they're trying to get them to come back, and maybe this is a way. But the person who wrote the article, and this article is in Gothamist, said getting on the Ferris wheel, it was still kind of strange looking at like a midday Times Square, not a lot of people at 3 p.m. Sounds like a dream to me. I think I'd pay $40 just to see that and have it in my memory bank. So, do you think, I mean, of course, it's going to cause even more crowding, but do you think, Brandy, that this is a way for New York, well, a tiny way for New York to start coming back, to bring people back to that, major part of New York City? Now, look, we avoid it as New Yorkers, but if you're going to bring money in, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, people like Ferris wheels, right? They're nostalgic. They feel fun. They're usually on boardwalks. We're trying to get people to escape from their reality. So I think a Ferris wheel is a great way to do it. And I think right now the only place in New York, or the place that's known is Coney Island, which is a bit of a trek, where Times
Well,
Square is
it's just right down the street.
a long street by way of the NR.
Yeah, you may as well go to another state.
Yes, it's a long
Yeah.
stretch. So, like, to put a feature like that somewhere centralized, is probably a good idea. And people love Ferris wheels. Maybe they'll start selling like cotton candy and peanuts outside of it and give them the whole vibe.
Oh, I'm sure that has already begun. Now, look, we got a bunch of hustlers in New York City. Somebody has already thought about that and some other stuff. You can't even think corn dogs. They probably got all kinds of stuff. People singing. All of those people are going to flock there. Now, speaking of flocks and squares, there is something new coming to all of us. It's called Square Eat. And by that, all of the food is in squares. Yes. So from Times Square to Square Food. Now, flocking wise, you can have square chicken. Yes, you can. And square everything else. Now, what's the point of a square? Well, they pack in the flavor already. It'll last longer as well. And it's a square. You can hold it easily, eat it easily, transport it easily. But is this the point of food? Where are we going with food? Is the point of food, isn't it to have good food sustenance? Not to have it in a package where I can just hold it in a hand and it lasts forever. Now, a lot of people are going, wait, this is taking me like to the future, looking at this stuff, and the article is from today. So, Brandy, what do you think as a chef? Are you going to start adopting this? Are you going to make everything in squares? Now, brownies are easy.
Yeah, I mean, when we're talking about
jambalaya, I'd like to see your square
jambalaya. So I like the idea of square snacks, right? Things on the go. Hence the reason like bars are so popular, like your Kind bars, your granola bars, those types of things, right? Do I want square food? I'm definitely not going to adopt it, so we can start there. No, I'm not going to adopt it. It reminds me a little bit of astronaut food. I know it's not astronaut food, but when I read this article, I was like, is this like the modernized version of astronaut food? And it's a fun novelty. Like, it's fun for the sake of like, I don't know, I went to this event and I don't know, it was an event around shapes and they made all the food in the square section of the experience. But do I want square food? Do I want to, like you say, make square jambalaya? I'm going to vote no.
Yeah, and astronaut food isn't known for being delicious. I mean,
that's true.
That's not what we're thinking about. Also, they do have square broccoli and spinach. It's a square. I don't know that I want to eat my broccoli and spinach looking like that. It looks like an alien made it or out of it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just, I read an article also this week that talked about this cocoa-free cocoa. It was very, I don't know what we're doing with the future.
What's the point of cocoa-free cocoa?
To address the like sustainability issues with producing cocoa, and also to help to mitigate the child labor that happens when cocoa is being produced. So this is like the solution to cocoa-free cocoa.
So what is replacing the cocoa?
They do some process where I can't remember exactly what the process was, but do some process that does something that tastes like cocoa, but is not sugar-free. They haven't been able to take sugar. So they have to put sugar into whatever this substance is to create cocoa.
So a worse product is being created. Mm-hmm.
But the earth is being saved and so are the children. Just letting you know.
Excuse me. Not all cocoa is sourced from child labor. You can easily find cocoa. It'll tell you on the package where it comes from. You can support certain local communities and so on.
Listen, everybody's out here on a mission.
To save others, you don't have to harm yourself. That's my point.
I agree. But yeah, so people are innovating food every day in ways that really sometimes just doesn't make any sense. To be quite honest.
Innovation, like when it comes to putting in my body, I'm always wary of.
You have to, because if you're trying to make sure that it's edible, you always have to replace it for it to make sense, right? It has for it to make sense. It's like the dairy free ice cream that uses casein in it to get the creaminess, like those types of,
Which is a dairy
which is a
protein.
dairy protein. Yeah, so it's like,
Mhm.
which is like why we don't eat dairy, but we take it because allegedly it makes it creamy. So like, yeah, if food innovation always just gets weird. I mean, I just say play around with building your flavor profiles and putting it on something that won't kill you. That's what I leave you with.
Yeah, simple. Like I want my food to go back in time, not forward. Now the food supply chain they can innovate.
Yes, yes.
And also there is a certain food product they can innovate as well. And this comes to us from Wendy's, our third and final topic. You like that
Chelsea,
transition, Wendy?
we have to get you like on the transition award nominees or something. Like, we gotta get you. There has to be some award that we can submit you for. For that. You totally up there.
Well, in my real life, I do have to do this. They pay me for that. Also, Brandy, let's just say I am a critic for whywatchthat.com, and
Yes.
you're a part of our team, of course. And my co-host for the podcast. Uh, just listening to her do it all the time, it's just fun just to do it. So when it comes to seeing in business, they are telling us about Wendy's. It's upgrading its French fries. Yes, they are. Now, a part of this is a response to what's happening now. More people are driving through and having food delivered. So the French fry has to stand up. It's got to stay crisp and warm. And they've figured out a way to do that. Okay. Wendy's president, Kurt Kane, according to the article, says they're going to notice a difference as soon as they taste it. The proof will be in the tasting. Ooh. Now, they do keep some of the skin on this, which I do like. I like that idea. What I don't like is how they say, oh, we have these more shallow, I think, baskets for the fryer, so everything is immersed in the oil. Oh, great. Oh, great.
Beautiful.
But, a French fry is a French fry. They have a special batter system now. All of this is going on. I find it fascinating. So the fry retains more heat, keeps its crispiness longer compared to its predecessor. So is this going to inspire you, Brandy, to rush out and get some Wendy's French fries? When in my former life, I used to periodically, like maybe once a year, rush out to McDonald's just for French fries. That's it. I would not get another thing. I would get a large French fry and the ketchup and just have that. Are you going to do that now for the Wendy's fries?
No, I'm not. And then Wendy's just literally.
It's going to stay crispy and warm so they can deliver it to you.
Listen, I actually used to like Wendy's. I think Wendy's did a great job with their salads. I used to like their crispy chicken sandwich, and I loved their baked potato. Like that, I don't even know if that's still on the menu.
Which you can still get.
Yeah.
Yes, it's off menu.
All right.
But if you go in there and ask, yes, they will get it. So, and I know, the potato's going to make you fat. Learn something, everybody. Learn. Ask yourself this: how many people have been eating plain potatoes and gotten fat? No one. They've been eating Wendy's fries. Now, look, you can't torture a potato and blame the potato. You can't put, sour cream and butter,
bacon,
and bacon and cheese and say, oh, the potato's making me fat.
Nah.
Anyway, so you could go to Wendy's and get that, definitely. Off menu.
That's good to know.
Randy, I'm
interrupting. No, that's what we do here. But yeah, we do. I'm not gonna go to I'm not like a Wendy's just opened up close to, like, literally like walking distance from me. That there's a Wendy's. I know, right? But yeah, no, I don't see me doing it. Wendy's, I just avoid fast.
Get a quick baked potato though if you don't.
I mean, that's pretty much what I could do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, I'm not gonna. It's too close to the grocery store for me to.
Get a Frosty.
I'm not
about milk.
They have non-dairy Frosties now?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
I mean, I would no, don't ask me. I have
Okay.
not been
Okay.
in Wendy's. I don't know how long,
It's,
but
who
I used to
knows?
love the Frosty. I like their French fries too. I did their old ones.
Yeah, I didn't mind Wendy's fries. And I don't know, growing up in Maryland, they used to have Wendy's used to have fried chicken, and most people don't even know about it. Wendy's fried chicken used to be really good. Like people didn't know Wendy's had used to sell fried chicken and biscuits. But yeah,
Popeyes, watch out.
watch
Popeyes, you know.
out. but
Sorry,
but
KFC.
yeah, especially not that original recipe. It's too soggy. The chicken little sandwich though, that's we go.
We are now going all the way down the hole in fast food. If we bring it up, Chicken Little. What's next? Long John Silver.
Just saying.
Sorry to all of you who like those things. I am not knocking you. You go ahead and enjoy it. But come on now.
Oh yeah, so
Chicken Little.
that was good. That sandwich used to be good. Or that biscuit, that was the best. You can still get them in the airport, some airports. But anyway, what's that? There's a strawberry. This is a random fun fact for anybody who's interested in fast food. There are a few Walmart kiosks, so like not kiosks, but those Walmarts that have the inserts and the McDonald's or like the Wendy's and inside of it. The ones that have the Wendy's are testing out a strawberry frosty. So if you're a strawberry fan, you can get a strawberry frosty from the Walmart sponsored, I guess, Wendy's. Yeah.
Very interesting. So talking about sponsorship, we've sponsored 3 topics. And I'm going to tell you, we have Ferris wheels in Times Square. What'll come next soon? They're going to have the Big Apple Circus will be there, and who knows what else. We're going to have all kinds of craziness, flying cars, all in Times Square. And remember, squares help you to eat food easily, and helps the food to stay longer. It's Square Eat. And if you want to innovate, don't look no further than Wendy's. When I think of innovation, I always think of Wendy's. Not, but I do like their thought behind the French fry. Let's keep the food whole as much as we can. Even putting some skin on the potato. Leaving that is nice.
And another thing before you close out about Wendy's, Chance. If you want some innovative branding, Wendy's Twitter account. The Wendy's brand is snarky and she is a ton of fun. So if you want some innovation in branding, check out Wendy's Twitter page.
Look, the fast food wars are real. So we applaud Wendy's for doing what they need to do. And that's what we do here on every Freestyle Friday. So we'll be coming back next week. Who knows what we'll talk about. But I can tell you this. We're always crispy. And we're always warm. See you next week.